This is the Comedy Food Truck Podcast. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Comedy Food Truck and subscribe to us on the Comedy Food Truck YouTube channel to watch full video versions of each episode every week. You can find links to all of this at comedyfoodtruck.com. Like us, share us, subscribe, and leave a review. Thank you for listening and enjoy the show.
You're listening to the Comedy Food Truck Podcast. We talk life, food, relationships, and have fun with all of it. And now here's your host, comedian John Hill.
Yeah! It is summertime! Oof. You know, summer has become summer for some people.
And the living's easy.
You know why? Anybody know why it's called summertime now?
Chicken thigh.
No, it's because of Will Smith.
Summertime.
Yeah, he didn't say summer.
Right.
He was in all summertime.
Right.
Right.
I like that song, actually. It's a good song.
Yeah, you remember the time?
Yes, I do.
We fell in love.
That's it, man. See, I'm telling you.
We fell in love.
There's some cool songs.
Good stuff.
So it's summer, and we're just coming off of, some of you, a couple weeks ago, I guess, 4th of July, and there was Memorial Day a month or two before that, and Labor Day's coming around the kinda. So
Holidays are going to be here before you know it.
Yeah, it's weird how they're the only ones called the holidays.
I know.
Because all the stuff before it are holidays, too.
I know.
But the holidays, yeah.
We've had several.
Like it's some stuffy couple from Orange County. So, the holidays.
See on my lawn again?
See, callbacks.
I believe he's taking a poo.
This is why it pays to not miss an episode.
Callbacks are the secret sauce of all comedy.
To other episodes. If you're not caught up, go back and get caught up.
Get caught up.
Yep.
Hey, let's introduce everybody, and then
Binge
I have
listen.
a summer query question.
Hey.
Query.
Query.
Okay.
Yeah, just like that basketball guy, Query Irving. I'm just joking. Wow. I have a question that deals with summer. So, first of all, to my left, I don't even know what it's like on the screen on YouTube. Only Scott looks at this while we record.
It's to the left.
Is it to the left? Jared's to my left?
Yes.
So to my so you actually match it up with
Yes.
the way I do this all the time?
Sort of. I'm below you, and Scott is catty corner.
Well,
So you're actually right up there.
I wouldn't say you're below me, Ray,
Yeah.
but, I appreciate the humility.
What kind of visual are you getting from that?
I see London, I see France.
Like under the Golden Gate Bridge.
I was thinking more value and worth.
Oh,
But, if you want to take it dirty, that's fine.
Oh, I was thinking more like under the boardwalk.
Under the board. It's a big boardwalk.
I see London, I see France.
It's a big boardwalk.
I see everything.
I see a lot of Jordache on that boardwalk.
I see the origins of the universe.
The oranges. There's at least one planet.
It's this answers the question. It is the Big Bang Theory.
The only problem is out of that chaos comes no order.
It's just odor.
Odor. It's not order.
Out of chaos comes
Odor
odor.
out of chaos. Odor out of chaos. Wow.
Writing that one down.
So Jared is to my left. Jared usually takes care of all of our technicalities.
Word.
How's it going, man?
Good.
Yeah? You say hi to the
it's
peeps?
summer. Hi, peeps.
Hey, peeps.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, somehow caddy corner, kitty corner, connect the dot corner, Jenga, is my man Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hey, what's up?
Star-Lurd.
Stiller.
Now we're just going to start calling him what?
Star.
No, what's the dude? Not the professor, the rich dude.
Thurston Howell.
Thurston. We're going to start calling him Thurston.
Thurston.
Yeah. Thurston out in Orange County. Thurston. Thurston. Drinking some mojitos.
Leave me alone.
Muffin, where are the tennis cards?
See? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Is the knot in my sweater look good?
Oh, wow. Can you imagine a sweater in Inland Empire in July?
Scott, it's 105 degrees, man. What's with the sweater?
Right. Well, but maybe for him it's always 105 degrees because of the hair on the chest.
Can't
The
say
smoldering
that.
that comes. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like be working up some friction. Where's Imagine Dragons? Let's play some friction.
Lawn clippings in there.
That's not an ascot. That's my hair.
Bearskin rug.
A bearskin rug. I got a perm. Got himself a Jerry curl on his chest.
Gotta go get himself sheared.
His chest hair is shaped in the shape of his family crest.
Family crest. Now it's just his family crust. And then Ray is with us. Hey, what's up, Ray? You got a friend.
Hi, John.
Yeah, I see you have a friend floating behind you.
That's a little plug.
Yeah, it is.
Little plug.
Yeah, Ray Balloons.
I
don't
figured
see
you
anything.
could bring
Yeah.
Chippy. You can bring,
That's right. Ray
So
is.
there you go. That's what I do right there. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. I had a balloon, and I'm done. I'm
You're
out.
kind of an expert in different chemicals. You're like the periodic chart for us because, you deal with like, I don't know, what are the chemicals in an air conditioning unit? Like Freon?
Refrigerants, yeah.
Yeah, refrigerants,
Chemical
Freon.
reactions,
Oh, and
yeah.
Rayon. Oh, look at that.
Refrigeration process.
Rayon.
Yeah.
Raytheon.
Raytheon. And then helium for your balloons.
Mm-hmm.
But when there's no helium, how do you make a balloon?
You can't.
You can't.
You can't. You can use
So you just
hydrogen, which is very dangerous.
Right.
People have done it. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
of
it's-
course.
Yeah, just go on YouTube and put in hydrogen balloons sometime and just
Wow.
watch the fun. At
Isn't that
Watch
sort of like
the chaos
an,
ensue.
birthday parties.
isn't it just an atom bomb?
Pretty much.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so just in terms of strategically speaking for an event, if there's no helium and you're not going to be psycho-Nazi on the hydrogen, then... Which is ironic because we're the ones who dropped the bomb. But anyway, but I mean, like I've seen you use like arches and different. You do that kind of stuff instead, right?
We were just talking about that. Well, I told you I picked up a helium this afternoon.
Yeah.
And I'm from a new supplier, and we were just talking about that at the store because there actually is a lot we don't do with helium. We actually use helium very rarely.
Oh,
It's mostly air filled. We have machinery
got it.
that fills the balloons and sizes them and
Yeah.
makes them all efficiently, quickly, and a lot of frames. I just put an arch up yesterday that's all on a frame.
That's the word, frames, I guess. So you
it's
can frame it out.
200
and then
balloons on an arch with not
Got it.
a drop of helium in the whole job.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That's cool.
it's so expensive too. I mean,
What if you put 200 balloons though with helium? Could you have grown people hang off of it and float?
It is a third of an ounce. This balloon has 1/3 of an ounce
Of helium?
of lift.
Oh, of lift. Okay.
So it would take 3 just to lift an ounce.
Oh,
There is a nut, like a nut for a bolt, holding this balloon down. So
okay. Yeah. So it doesn't take much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could hold it down with a coin, really. I mean, so a third of an ounce of lift.
But let's say,
It's like 0.35 ounces.
what's your average 3-year-old weigh?
I don't know. We have to figure it out. Do the math.
Probably, what,
30 pounds?
40 pounds?
40
Yeah.
that much? Okay.
Maybe.
Let's see. So what is it? 16 ounces in a pound?
48. So it'd be 48 balloons just to lift a pound times 40. You'd have to have like 1,600 balloons.
Yeah.
48.
And then you could float a 3.
Or you'd use bigger
Wow.
balloons.
Maths.
Yeah. So 1,920 balloons in this size.
Yeah, 2,000 balloons that
yeah,
size.
people have done it, but they've done it with like the big 3-foot balloons and stuff, which have more liftability.
But could
because
that be
of their
cool? Like
volume.
what if we did that with, like we got 2,000 balloons, filled them all up, went around town with a camera, and just hooked it to the backs of like kids.
Strap it to random
Just watch their
3-year-olds.
kids start floating.
Nice.
How would you sneak 2,000 balloons behind somebody?
I'm not sure. You'd have to almost let them pass and they didn't see you, and then you come behind them.
They would be clear.
We see you.
It's like a mile wide.
You can see this from like
Distract the parent so you can like
right.
have the kid float away.
Yes, yes. The movie Up is very unrealistic. You can't lift a house with that many balloons. I mean, you would have.
Well,
to
I
have,
imagine not,
Yeah,
yeah.
it would just you'd have to have a like a Goodyear blimp size type of
And of the whole movie
cubic
up,
feet of helium.
of the whole movie up, that's the part that you felt was unrealistic.
That I couldn't get past it.
I accept the entire premise of this movie.
Everything else you
talking
had
dog.
me. You had me, but I was like, it's only a third of an ounce. That's impossible.
Doing the mad kids are crying. I don't care.
I threw my soda at the screen and walked out.
I just wanted to see Ed Asner happy. So today's show.
Yeah,
Now that we're 10 minutes in,
pretty much.
almost. You know.
Almost, you're right there.
Pretty close.
Yeah. It is summertime still.
Summertime.
Right. Great songs in the summertime. I thought we could talk about like in our neighborhoods and stuff. I have some other stuff I want to vent about, but we can save that for next episode.
Okay.
Tease. But for for today, I thought maybe, in summertime you have a lot of time on your hands. Kids do usually, at least if they're semi-smart. They don't have to go to summer school or they're not homeschooled because they go to school all the time. Homeschooled people. It's weird. Anyway, the rest of them have time off. And a lot of times you get in trouble. But there's also lots of stories. And then that's always the time that, like in every neighborhood, there's all kinds of like legends or places that people avoid, that kind of thing. Like for instance, in my neighborhood, it wasn't really you couldn't avoid it, but okay, so there was a set of houses, one long street that went all the way down to this park, but we're almost in the middle between one set of houses and the other was a nursery, not a kid nursery, but a plant nursery.
Right.
So, and I was on both sides of the street. So basically, they occupied both sides, probably some lots of land that somebody held on to and didn't, because they built houses kind of around it. But what's interesting is because it was plants and trees and things that they were growing in the nursery, it was fine at daytime, but at night, because it's open, like all the houses were blocked, but this is this open area.
It's dark.
It's dark, and then and this was actually winter and summer, but the summer was the time when people kind of test it out. But sometimes you'd even feel this cold draft when you walk by it because the wind is blowing through, and there's a riverbed behind all the houses, so it was fairly open around it. But it was just okay. So it was always this big deal to go by. If it's with friends, then of course you did all the startling and oh boo, But the worst part is going by yourself, because then of course all your imagination comes in. Now tap onto this, at least, even though I knew actually the first time there was probably a release of liquids, but but even in other times when you knew this was happening, but there were like these 3 or 4 Dobermans that guarded right, and they had this way of knowing to wait. Like you could be heard walking along until you got to the gate where the opening is. And they would wait. Then, and you're walking through. You've already built up in your mind every possible evil scenario that is in this nursery. And even though you see it during the daytime, at night it seemed to transform into some other, druid,
land of the lost,
satanic thing. Yeah, and man, those dogs would get you every time, man. And I would run off. So I don't know how you guys feel in your neighborhoods, but was there any kind of legends or anything like that for you guys, or anything you did in the summer, some stuff, whatever?
We didn't really have any legends. We did have one house at the very top of our street that was the only house on the street that was covered in bushes. Like you couldn't see the front door from the sidewalk.
Oh yeah.
And we used to go around and sell our candy bars for Little League and stuff like that to raise money. And that was the one house that we always avoided.
Really?
Yeah.
They probably would have bought some bank candy bars too.
My friend Guy and I went up there one time and knocked on the door, and some lady kind of opened, and it was really dark in there, and she looked like a witch. And all I remember is Guy started going into his spiel, and I was gone. I'm not going to stick around and find out. Like, Guy's going to be in the oven.
Literally ran off.
I did. I just took off running.
Hey, Hansel, I'm out.
Yep, exactly. Yep, Guy's still in the oven.
I've read this story.
Right?
It doesn't end well for the children.
That's funny.
I live on that same street now. They finally cut down all the bushes, and somebody bought the house years later. But
Wow.
I used to have a guy at Caddy Corner. So my street, if you guys have been to my house, there's the west side of my street is all just houses, but on the east side, it goes into cul-de-sacs. So there's no homes actually on the east side. It's all cul-de-sacs.
Right.
So Caddy Corner to me is a cul-de-sac. And on the north corner, there was a guy that lived there that was always just like scowling. You know what I mean? And every time we were out there playing, he would come out of his house, get in the car, and he's just like giving us dirty looks, never said a word to us.
Stink eye.
Yeah.
Giving you the stink eye.
But one day I was out there, and I just like, I had enough of this guy. So, and I'm, mind you, 5-6 years old.
5 or 6 years old.
Yeah, so I'm
You
ducked there.
I hyped up like our animals.
Yep. I ducked down behind my wagon, and I waited for him to go by.
Your wagon.
And I had a rock in my hand, and I just chucked it at his car.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't a big rock, probably the size of a quarter, but big enough.
You were only 5 or 6 years
Right.
old.
But, you know,
Oh.
I had a pretty good arm at that age, and I centered it right on the passenger door. And he slammed on the brakes.
Of course he did.
Squealed and got out. And all I remember is him saying, "You little so-and-so, I'm going to rip your hands off."
Wow.
Oh, gee.
Wow.
Wow.
Dang.
Yep.
Was that the first time your dad spanked you?
No, I went inside and told my mom what
Because I
happened.
figured he was the guy in the car. No?
Terrible, man.
Bad enough of you.
5 years old. I'm tired of you, Dad.
It's his dad. His dad leaves the house and scowls at him as he's in the driveway.
Every
backing
time
up.
he leaves. What are you doing here?
Still live here.
You weren't planned.
Get a job.
You were planned.
You don't look like me.
You're only 5.
You don't look like me.
You're your mother's
Yeah.
son.
How many?
You look like the milkman.
Oh,
That's terrible.
call back.
Terrible.
How many more years till you're 18?
Hey, tax write-off. Sorry. So,
You look like Scott's dad.
you look. Anybody else have anything? That's funny.
I had that kind of a thing around, like you were saying, it was one of these houses. It almost looked like the Psycho house. It was white, but a lot of overgrown, bushes and trees, and you couldn't see the front door.
Yeah.
And same thing.
Was this
you
in Fresno? Where did
this
you
was
grow
in-
up?
This was in,
Stockton. Nobody
Sorry.
grows up in
Stockton?
Fresno.
Sorry.
Nobody grows up in Stockton.
yeah, this was in Santa Rosa.
Santa Rosa.
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
because
Oh.
I was born and raised in
nice-
Stockton,
that's
then we
a
moved
nice
to Santa
point.
Rosa for a while.
Nice, yeah.
That's
So I was
moving
up there in Santa Rosa.
It's moving up. Santa Rosa, nice.
See Orange County in North.
Right.
Hey, come on.
Or
now.
short of being in the San Jose
Yeah.
Bay Area.
There you go.
Look at you.
Right.
Okay.
But it was the same thing. It,
Monterey.
you walk past the house, and it was. I lived on a cul-de-sac, and you go out, and it was down one of the other streets alongside, and same thing. You go right past it, like not even look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, and it get dark, and wouldn't even want to stop. Never.
Never had an experience with it other than that?
Never,
Just,
no, but the same thing. Like all the stories you hear, like there's some crazy old man that lives in there. And so you're going by just waiting for something to happen, and then you're making stuff up in your mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was crazy.
We had a house on our corner that was just like short of the nursery, but there was a side street that you can turn around. So it was a corner house, and there was this couple. They were always fighting, and we used to laugh, because they were just always barking at each
There they
other
go,
and
there they
fighting. And yeah, I don't remember if it ever got physical. I'm trying to remember because there was another house where a guy just beat his wife and drug her down the alley, and it was terrible.
Oh, you told me that.
I was in my old neighborhood in
Yeah.
Linwood, but over in this newer neighborhood, I think they were just yelling. They were just yellers. I don't think there was any abuse. But anyway, well, verbal maybe.
Were they old yellers?
Yeah, they were a young couple. They were young yellers.
Nice.
Yeah. So I just remember one point I'm
My
right.
house got a couple old yellers.
Right. During the day, I'm coming home, and we had, I wouldn't call him a friend, but there's a guy that hung out with all the
I
neighborhood.
wouldn't call him a friend.
Well, what I mean is, no, what I'm saying is, like, you know how you have.
cold.
It's like
No.
an acquaintance.
No, what I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
is
yeah,
not an
yeah.
enemy, but I'm saying he
Yeah.
wasn't like a guy that I was there specifically to hang out with him.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
But he was part of the neighborhood crowd, the group,
Okay,
right?
right,
But there's
right.
people within that crowd that
Right.
had better connections than the whole crowd, if that makes sense. So I remember riding, I think, my bike by the house and seeing or hearing them fighting. And I remember stopping and listening because the door was open. And there's a screen on the door, but I mean, the front door was open. You could just hear them just going at it. I'm just like, whoa. And I'm riding home, right? And I'm kind of laughing because this fighting is going back and forth. And then it kind of occurred to me, like, man, that kid, I can't remember his name, but he was in the house. I'm like, man, he's got to put up with that. That's not cool, because I actually put up with some of that with my parents before they split. So I went back to get him. I said, I'm just going to knock on the door and see if they'll stop, and I'll see if he can come out and play or whatever. And I go back, and it turns out he wasn't home.
Oh.
But when I go back, the fighting had stopped, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I walk up still, though, to see if, and all of a sudden, man, and it turned from fighting to makeup.
Oh no!
And they did not shut the door. The screen was still there.
Oh my
I couldn't
gosh.
see anything.
Yeah.
I could not see anything because how in the summer and you have the sun behind you. If you're on a screen door, it's black. You can't see
Yeah.
anything inside.
Yeah.
I could not see a thing inside, but I could hear.
Oh.
I could hear, and I remember at first going, "Oh my God, he's hurting her."
Yeah.
There's some. I mean, seriously, I'm like, he's knocking her out.
It's gotten physical. Knocking her.
It got physical, and he was knocking her, but it wasn't out.
You hear the saxophone music playing, bow, chicka, wow.
Yeah, they didn't
wow.
bother with music. They just, So it was. I mean, that's that kind of relationship they had.
But see, that
Wow.
would be the joke
know.
the rest of the time. Oh, they're fighting again.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait,
Exactly.
They've stopped fighting.
Oh, believe me, I had a couple conversations with the kid when he got back. He's like, I don't want to hear that.
Oh my gosh!
Do you know what I heard when I come up to you? No, la, la, la.
And I mean, I don't know, 10 or 11. I wasn't,
Wow.
maybe 12. I wasn't that old. So I had no idea what they were doing. But other than, I knew that it was positive.
Yeah,
That's about all I knew,
she was praying.
Yeah, she got real religious. Yeah.
Calling out.
So did he. So, yeah. But anyway, well, Ray, you got anything? Or I know you have a game for us, right? Ray's got a little something for us real quick.
I don't really have,
or maybe not a game.
There
I
was
don't
just
know.
houses growing up, that you just you look back and you're just like, you just avoided it, you know? And it was like, I don't know if people even lived in some of these houses. It was just scary houses, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I got a game.
I know there was one too. Before we get started on that, was there was a behind the school that I went to. There was I don't want to say a river, but it was like a 30-foot bridge, you know, to go across.
Okay.
This
Like a creek.
Creek, right?
Yeah, creek. A creek.
And somebody had said, "Oh, that so and so, you know, don't go over there at night because so and so lives underneath that thing." So there were
So-and-so
times
lives under the bridge?
underneath this bridge.
Was it a troll? What are we talking about
I don't
here?
know. Yeah, it was, you know, one of those kind of things. I was young, so I don't know. But
What was that? Doggone it. I can't think of it. Fable called? Yeah, Fable.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a fable with a troll that lived under a bridge and
Yeah.
would come out, and there was like a riddle he had to solve or something. I can't remember, but yeah.
Could be something like that. But we'd get, you know, back
Billy
in those
Goat's
days.
Gruff.
There
It was
you
called
go.
Billy Goat's Gruff.
That's right.
I don't remember the story, but I remember it's called Billy Goat's Gruff. Go ahead.
So we'd get, you know, back in those times, you could hang out at night, and you know, they'd call you in for dinner. But we get on our bikes.
You know who
take-
hangs out at night?
Who?
The freaks.
The freaks.
The freaks hang out at night.
Okay.
The freaks
For
hang
some
out at
reason,
night.
I thought you were gonna.
You just
I had
admitted to
the
being a
milkman.
freak. You just admitted to being a freak. We would hang out at night.
Freaky-diggy.
Freaks hang out at night. Freaks hang out at night. Sorry. You don't need to describe. Anyway, I don't even want to go there, but it's hilarious.
So that's all we did. We just ride across that thing. You know,
Randomly yelling stuff.
we'd hang out and ride our bikes across there.
On the other side of the creek that you were told not to be on when it was night?
Yeah.
Wow. But you had friends. You had support.
Yeah,
It's
we were
always
just-
less scary when people are with you.
Right.
Go
And it's
there by
like, you
yourself.
go first, you go
Yeah,
first. And so you
yeah.
ride, and you go, I made it. Okay, you come. You know, so it was that kind
And they're like, no way. And they leave, and then you're stuck.
Right.
And they break the bridge. Loser.
Yeah.
I'm telling.
They blow up the bridge with hydrogen bombs.
Right. Mommy!
You're like, mommy. That's great. That's great. Hold on, son. I'm a little tied up.
Well,
No, I meant she's just busy. That's all I meant.
Okay.
Yeah.
she was fighting.
I didn't mean anything. She was in a fight. I'll be done in a second.
Oh, boy.
Okay, Ray, what you got for us, man?
I got some scary urban legends.
Yeah.
Apparently.
What have you looked up for the people, Ray?
Okay, what I have looked up is it's called the 50. Let me look at that. The scariest urban legends in each state. So I have 50 of them here.
So these are
urban legends by state.
but they're specific, I guess, to that state.
Yes.
That's become. I'm interested in knowing. I grew up in California. I don't even know a single urban legend that's
do
Sasquatch.
do California.
Maybe Sasquatch.
California.
As an example, but then I think we have a game you want to play, right?
Yes,
So,
I'll
go
give
ahead.
you the legend. And then
Yeah, give me the California legend. What is the
I'm looking for it. Here, hang on.
the legend of the milkman? Okay.
I was just going to say that.
Jeez. The milkman is making a solid return.
He
Clink,
lives,
clink, 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 clink.
lives on the other side of the bridge.
Right.
The Central
Over the
California Milker.
Central California.
California. Here we go.
Delivers death and cheese.
He will take your son and have him do his job. And cheese. And cheese.
Keep him home from school and have him deliver milk.
Milk. While he makes his rounds.
Yeah.
Are you guys
How many
done?
miles are we going to get out of that?
I'm sorry. It's gonna go the whole time of the show.
California.
4 years
Yeah.
old. Yeah.
The Dark Watchers.
The Dark Watchers.
So these are the scariest. So they just picked whatever the scariest one was.
Okay.
Wait.
This
the
is
Dark
in-
Watchers.
This is in Santa Lucia. The
Okay.
Santa Lucia Mountains of California.
Where's that at?
I don't even know where
no
that is.
idea. So
Santa
somebody looked at it.
Lucia.
Featureless, dark silhouettes, often with brimmed hats or walking sticks, stare down travelers during twilight and dawn in the Santa Lucia Mountains. John Steinbeck briefly mentioned them in Flight. They should not be addressed or acknowledged.
I'm sorry, but that strangely sounds like racism.
Right? Anyways, so that's California.
Sound like
That's
in
awesome.
Lucia they didn't have a lot of African Americans around or something because they're getting all scared because they see shadows. Seriously, that's what I don't. I want to know where the mountains are because
Santa Lucia Mountains.
that might help us.
Probably
The
Northern
Santa
Cal.
Lucia Mountains or Santa Lucia Range is a rugged mountain range in coastal central California,
Central California,
running
coastal.
from Carmel
I was going to
southeast
say
for
Carmel up into
140
Monterey.
miles.
like Monterey area. Like
Yeah,
Got it.
that's I know what that is.
To
Now.
San Luis Obispo.
Oh well.
Yeah, I know exactly what this urban legend is.
So stay away from them.
Okay, well,
There you go.
anyway, that was, yeah.
But you know what?
That's a good one.
Has anybody heard of this thing though? I don't remember if it was in San Gabriel or something like that, but somebody had said that like these people get together on this mountaintop, and I know it was somewhere in Southern California, and you don't want to go over there because they do rituals.
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like
it's
that.
like a Satan worship. Mhm.
Right. I don't remember
Padua
where that
Hills?
was.
There's been a few places, but yeah,
Padua
there's
Hills is
places
one
they
of
talk
those.
I've
about
heard
that.
stuff about
Like
that.
you don't want to go up there after dark at night because there's stuff that goes on. But
When I was
where-
in high school, we never went up to Padua Hills at night.
where's that at?
It's the top of Claremont.
Base of
Oh,
Baldy.
over there,
The,
okay.
the road up to
There's
Baldy.
other places though. I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember what I've heard of, but it wasn't around here. But it was in Southern California. I can't remember though. But you're right. There was places you're not supposed to go because they'll get you, and people have been abducted. They've gone up there and they've never come back.
Yep.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
We used to drive Glendora Ridge Road from Baldy Village to Glendora at like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's just dangerous. That's not
Creepy
scary.
road,
Really?
Creepy road.
Well, it's creepy because it's not a real road, and you're trying to drive in the dark.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
You could do that on almost a lot of roads aren't even like mountain roads, and turn your lights off and drive. And
Yeah.
talk about creepy.
Maybe we should just take a drive up there to that place you were talking about.
Padua?
Yeah.
I do.
Let's go check it out.
I don't know.
I
Let's
mean,
do our show from
let's-
there.
Let's get a
Here we are at 10 o'clock at night doing a show.
an actual account.
I think they done killed everyone already.
Oh, nice.
Plus, this is like 30 years ago. They're all old now.
Well, if they're vampires, they don't age. So
Well, yeah.
Well, I don't think they're vampires. They're Satan worshipers. Satan worshipers don't live forever. They're just old now.
Right.
Yeah.
Old yellers.
hold still
Some old dealers.
They don't got no teeth
I'm gonna sacrifice you if I could catch you.
Anton LaVey is God. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the legend.
Okay.
And you can try and guess the state.
okay.
So you're going to give us the story, and then we have to try to figure
I'll
out
even
the
tell you
state
what- I'll
from
even
some
tell
of the
you-
details.
I'll even tell you what they call it. Yeah.
Okay.
So this one is called Ghost Elephants.
Ghost elephants.
A real life 1918 train wreck of circus cars leading to troop deaths has popularized the legend that elephants had to be buried where they fell. Now, supposedly, the circus still takes place at night.
Wow.
In,
Not like a circus isn't scary enough on its own.
in Woodlawn Cemetery.
Woodlawn.
So that's your clue, but that is yeah.
So they said a train wreck in 1918.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1918, the train was running roughly from the northeast through to.
Somewhere was running a circus somewhere.
No, I'm saying, but 1918, they'd probably gotten almost all the way through, but they're still working. So it's probably not the far west. It's probably in middle America somewhere, is my guess. So I'm going to say Kansas.
Pennsylvania.
Mm-mm.
No.
Missouri.
Forest Park, Illinois.
Illinois.
That was close.
Wow.
There you go.
I got
Ghost,
I got
Ghost
Yeah,
elephants.
you're
John
good.
was close. Yeah.
central. What do you call that part of America? It's middle America, but there's another name for it. The Midwest.
Yeah.
No, it's not the Midwest. What's it called? That doesn't matter.
Yeah. Isn't it the
It's
Midwest?
Midwest.
Like
Heartland?
Cleveland and all
That's
those
the
places,
Heartland.
they call it the Midwest.
Midwest.
Okay, so yeah, I said middle America, but Midwest. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
The Rougarou.
Ooh.
Oh, the Rougarou.
The Rougarou.
Rougarou.
Yeah, a pale white werewolf-like creature prowls the swamps
The swamps.
and often stars
Did Scooby Doo name this guy?
in stories. What? Often stars? Oh, often stars in stories to encourage children to behave, such as hunting down Catholics who don't practice Lent.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Okay, so we have some
There
clues
you go.
here.
Those
Okay.
are some
Right.
great
It's got to be a
clues.
state that deals with the Catholic, that's heavy in Catholics, has swamps.
Catholics, Lent.
Well, Lent's just dealing with the Catholic part, but yeah. But what's Catholic and has swamps?
Rougarou sounds very.
It might
Orleans.
have wolves.
This is like Scooby Doo trying to say Boogaloo.
But I don't know if New Orleans is New Orleans Catholic.
Roux, because they make roux in New Orleans, you know? I'm going to say New Orleans.
Roux.
Well, that's the.
what's
that's,
roux?
that's
Louisiana.
Yeah, it's Louisiana.
It's Louisiana?
But it's
It was Louisiana.
Acadiana? Acadiana? Acadiana?
It was Louisiana.
Louisiana. It is Louisiana.
Okay.
Yes.
The swamp part makes sense, Louisiana,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I don't remember
Mardi Gras.
Louisiana being heavy Catholic.
Mardi Gras and all that. Yeah.
Oh well, Mardi Gras.
That's what Lent's all about. Yeah.
Well, Mardi Gras, though, is a response to it.
Fat Tuesday.
Yeah, it's you bulk up before that. Oh, that makes sense. There must be some, but I always see Louisiana more about like
voodoo.
some. Well, New Orleans and all that, sure, Creole, and they get some of that. What do you call it? The voodoo, but the gosh darn it, I can't think of the name. But anyway, there's a. It's not Satanism, but there's a type of occultic. They're very occultic. That's the word I wanted. There's a lot of occultic stuff, but that's more centered in, like you said, New Orleans and all that. The rest of the state, to me, it strikes me as not being Catholic.
Further inland, away from the coast. Yeah.
Okay, well, good job on whoever said Louisiana. That was definitely under consideration when I heard swamps.
Yes.
Right.
But there could have been Florida. There could have been a lot of places. I was just trying to figure out if one was more Catholic than the other. Okay.
Nice.
Hey, the Candy Lady.
Uh-oh. Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Candy. Candy left out on the windowsills is meant to lure out children so a special woman can pull out their teeth, kidnap them, or stab them in the eyes.
Wow.
This story may have been linked to a real person, Clara Crane, who killed her husband by poisoning Candy and was later released from an institution.
So I'm already going to go with Northeast, but there's a couple, like somewhere in the Northeast. It sounds old. It sounds like almost like Salem-ish old. But the funny part of the story is, okay, so the candy's on there so that you can lose your eyes because you get picked, right?
Yeah.
And what was the other thing that they could
stab you in your eyes, kidnap them,
kidnap you,
or take it to pull out their teeth,
or pull out their teeth. So basically, diabetes.
It is
diabetes.
Yeah, it's kind of pre-diabetic kind of a thing. So I will just go with the most obvious Northeast, which is Massachusetts. No.
Well, you guys may not get this one.
Like Salem, right? Is that what you were thinking?
I wasn't thinking of Salem, but I was just like a lot of things like that go like those weird. Did you ever see that M. Shyamalan movie with the town, the village thing?
The Village.
That was
It's
up in
called The
Pennsylvania.
Village.
Yeah. Same kind of thing. That sort of old kind of pilgrimy kind of thing. Yeah.
Right.
That's what I was thinking. While you think, we have time for one more after this.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go
This is great. I love
with
this game.
Wisconsin.
Cheese curdles.
Nope, you're going to be surprised. You guys are going to be surprised.
What's it? What do they make up there? Not cheese curdles, but what do they call them?
Wisconsin.
We buy 'em
They
over
make
it.
cheese.
I know, but they do
Cheese
the fried curds. I
Yeah.
said curdles.
Yeah.
Cheese curds.
Those things you used to get all the
Yeah,
time
I
at
love
that
them.
restaurant.
I was thinking about them right now. I'm thinking about them.
Thinking about my curds.
My curds in my way.
I'm going
Make my
to
way to some
say
curds.
Yeah. Earth, Wind, and Fire. It's September.
Taos, New Mexico.
Oh, Scott is the closest.
Oh.
Wow, it's that far west.
Terrell, Texas.
Texas.
Wow.
Okay.
Candy Lady, Texas. That's Texas's scariest urban legend.
You gotta be kidding me.
All right, I don't know who picked it.
They got a lot scarier legends than that over
Wow.
in Texas. That doesn't even strike me as a Texas type story.
Okay.
That's not even scary.
Some candy on a ledge.
Boo!
Okay, I got to go with this one.
It's
You
our
ready?
last one before we close the episode.
I'm going with this one
Okay.
just because I can.
We might bring this game back though.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
The White Things.
So do those go along with your first one? What was the first one? The
North
dark.
Carolina.
Wait.
The white things. Read that for us.
Mothman might be the more popular mystery,
I've heard that, Mothman.
but rural, this place is also home to mysterious dog-like creatures the size of a lion with white, shaggy fur.
I'm going to say Washington
The White Thing.
or Oregon.
That sounds like a Pacific Northwest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The first one did too, though, and I was way off on that. So
The white thing.
the white things.
Don't be going out tonight, baby. Watch out for them white things.
There'll be some white things out there. That's hilarious.
Get that bikes and Cheetos going.
What
Go
was
down
the-
and get me some curds, but then I'm afraid of them white things.
The white things.
What was the first legend they said would be more? There's probably
Mothman.
more. Mothman.
Mothman is the more
They made a
popular
movie out of that.
mystery.
But in rural blank.
Blank is also home to the mysterious dog-like creature the size of a lion with white, shaggy fur.
Okay.
They made a movie actually. I'm trying to remember where the movie was placed. It's called Mothman.
I don't remember
Wow.
being here, but I guess that's where it is.
I want to say Arizona.
No. Arizona's known for a lot of occultic
Or
activity.
Utah.
Utah, the white things.
There's a lot of white things in
I'm
there.
going to say Iowa.
I am tall.
Iowa. You just pulling states out your backside.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Iowa?
Pretty much.
Iowa?
Yeah.
What do you owe?
Iowa.
What are you on?
Iowa.
Iowa girl. Iowa girl. Iowa bookie. Iowa. What is it?
West Virginia.
Oh,
West Virginia. Mount Mama. Take me home to those white things.
Where the white things roam.
Where the white things roam. West Virginia. Okay. Wow. Well, I happen to know for a fact that West Virginia, there are nothing but white things. So I don't know. They talk about teeth. That's what they talk about. Those white things. You got to stay away from them white things. That's why I got no teeth.
You gotta shave those
That's why I got no teeth from West Virginia.
What they call them white things? Teeth?
I don't know, but we sure can whistle good. That's funny, man. Wow, really, white things.
That's what West Virginia has no white things.
Wow.
Right. That's why they're scared of.
Teeth.
Teeth. Teeth.
Teeth.
Can't even make the TH sound on teeth.
Teeth.
Tooth.
With a F. Tooth. The Tooth Fairy.
So there you go.
Wow, that's a great game. I love that game. We still have a bunch of states left now. I'd like to hold that one in our back
Scary stuff,
pocket.
man.
'Cause
There was some scary stuff I was scrolling through too because there's
I
like
like
a little
that.
picture tooth thing. It's like,
Yeah.
ooh, that's spooky.
Bookmark that.
Yeah, bookmark that because
Got it.
that'd
Got
be
it.
fun to
Bookmark.
revisit. But also, wow. What Scott was
I
admitting,
just had to do this.
Scott was admitting to, he's not very bookmarked. I'm not bookmarked. I'm not a smart man. I'm not very bookmarked. Jenny, I'm not bookmarked, Jenny.
That's like bookmarks. I don't have bookmarks.
I'm not
I
bookmarked, Jenny.
haven't not schooled in bookmarks.
I think I love you, Jenny.
I do know what love is.
I'm not a smart man. Life is like a box of white things. So, I forgot what I was going to say.
I
Just
got
make
it.
sure you mark the states you used already. So,
Okay.
not that it matters, because we're so dumb. You can ask the same exact one. I go through the same thought process. Massachusetts.
No,
last
dummy,
time.
it's Louisiana, remember?
It's still Louisiana. All right, guys. Well, this is a great show. I love that, talking about some of that stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed it, audience. If you have some scary or legends or just something you want to share, just roll it out.
Some
Scary
scary.
stories. Scary
If
stories.
you got some scary,
From
share it.
when you were younger in your neighborhood.
I'm about to show
I'm
you
sorry.
some scary.
I know. I'm trying to learn complete sentences. Make complete sentences, John.
Bookmark.
Look, this is the part of the show where I'm like wrapping up, and Scott is staring at his phone. If you're watching online, you're watching Scott literally have a relationship with his phone, with his own image.
He's fighting with it.
He is trying to ask. He's trying to ask his image
Fighting.
out. He's trying to ask his image out on a date.
I was actually looking to see how long we were going. So
I looked too.
Pretty
Sure
long.
you were. Sure you were. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, thanks, guys. Please share us and all the things you can do to make us famous.
Bookmark us.
And bookmark us.
bookmark.
Oh, man. And then please put something in the feed. I appreciate all the feedback we've gotten. What was it this? I'm sorry. There was Jonathan. It was Deborah.
Yeah,
Is
it's my
someone
cousin.
named- There's your cousin?
My cousin Debbie. Yeah.
Okay, so Debbie and John and some of the others have been putting stuff in faithfully. We appreciate that. And
Yep.
Yeah,
we would love for that to go Corona.
Mm.
You know, like get viral.
Yep.
Viral.
Yeah, so we love that. And if you have to wear a mask while you make comment, that's okay. All right, we love you guys. Thank you. Everybody say goodbye. We're out.
Goodbye. guys.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.